Welcome to Sports Tonight. This is the Tuesday night edition of the show. Promises to be exciting, fun-filled as always. My name is Toyi Ibitoye. Let me quickly introduce to you my partners on the program this Tuesday, and of course also give you an idea of what you should expect to see on the show this Tuesday. From my immediate right, Cosmos Chukwuemeka, we're happy to have you again on a Tuesday.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good weekend for you?
Well, it was. Arsenal won, so it was.
I know. That's why it was. I mean, and as we speak now, Arsenal involved in a game.
Yeah.
Against West Ham. Yeah.
Currently leading by 2-1.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
As
Goals
good-
scored
as-
by coming from behind actually. 40-minute goal by Mark Jarvis has been cancelled out by Lukas Podolski, assisted by Constantine Gazzola and Olivier Giroud in the 55th minute, assisted by Thomas Vermaelen.
But it was a very tough one. The first 20 minutes, West Ham United wanted to practically kill Arsenal. But Arsenal came back very slowly. They lost a lot of good scoring chances. West Ham got a goal. Arsenal came back very well, came back in less than minutes, and before you know it, they are 2-1 up. And if they win this game, they'll be going back to the fourth position and hope that
Everton drop their
loses
game in
tomorrow.
hand. All right. But that's what you see on your screen. Arsenal at the Emirates leading by 2-1 in that game. And the victory for Arsenal in that one will push them back to fourth place while we wait for Everton, who have a game in hand. Gentlemen, let me come to you, Tunde. People have described this season in different ways. But I think it's the tightest we've seen in a long while. Any of the top three teams can win it. Battle for fourth place, not sorted, even with 5-6 games to go. And then the big one, the battle to avoid the drop. Any of the teams in the top three, in the bottom three,
In the bottom six.
even the bottom
bottom
six can
can
eventually go down. So this is tight in every area of battle.
Let's crunch a few numbers. This time last year, Manchester United was 20 points ahead of the second place. This time around, Liverpool are just 2 points ahead of the person in first place.
And with
in
games
second place.
with games in hand.
With games in hand for the person in third place as well. If Liverpool manage to win this, they'll also become the first team to have finished in the lowest possible position, then to subsequently win it in the subsequent season.
Lowest possible the position
in
at
seventh.
Christmas.
In seventh. No, as in last season they finished seventh.
And they're coming to top.
Now
top
winning
form.
it in the second.
They were second on Christmas, New Year.
No, they were first actually. They were first on
I think
Christmas
Arsenal
Day.
ended the year on top. I
Arsenal
think.
ended the year on top, and we are like first for the first 2 weeks of the year. Then they dropped that game against
So
Liverpool.
that rule that when you end the year on top and you eventually go to win it,
Continues.
Arsenal have defied that rule.
They defied it. So this year has to be probably the tightest in a long time. A lot has been said about how the English Premier League is probably the most exciting championship in the world. It is now living up to that hype. Normally, it used to be, in Spain, it used to be a 2-horse race. It's now a 3-horse race. But in England now, there are now so many superpowers that have now cropped up because of increasing amounts of money, prudence in spending, and proper identification of
for
talents.
all the hype that you give it, it's still 4-5 horses in the race.
Yeah.
I mean, Liverpool,
Which
have
makes it
always
even
been
more
there,
exciting.
went off, are back in it. City are in it now because
Tottenham
of the
Hotspur
money.
too have money to
Chelsea
spend.
are in it, and of course, Man U and Arsenal have always been title contenders. Anyway, we'll leave all of that for later. But you can't be a part of it, and of course, you know how you can be a part of what we do. Our feedback mechanism on Sports Tonight. Don't forget that we always want you to be a part of all that we're doing on the show. And tonight is no different. Please talk to us. Take advantage of what you have on your screen, on Facebook, and of course, that's Channels iPhone Sports. On Twitter at channels_sports and at Tony Ibitoye. Please get busy and talk to us. What do you feel about the title race this season? Let us know what you think about it. Give us your own opinion. Give us your own thoughts. Not just about the English Premier League title race. Talk to us as well about all of the issues that we've raised on this show in time past. And of course, the issues that we'll talk about on the program tonight. Tonight, countdown to the World Cup. How many days left? How many days more to the World Cup? We're counting down now. This is middle of April. The 15th, I think, of April. Less than 2 months to the World Cup. Because June 12th, the World Cup begins.
Yeah.
All right, so how many more days? Less than 60 days, about 57, 58 days to the World Cup. we're really building up. We'll talk about it. And of course, today, we had a chance of catching up with Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi, easily the most popular Nigerian at this point in time. Because everybody's talking about the World Cup.
Yes,
everybody's talking about Keshi. And Keshi is in the news for all the good reasons and maybe the controversial reasons. If he's not being owed salaries, he's in the news. If he's being paid, he's in the news. If he's being paid up front, he's in the news.
If he's being queried,
He's in the news. If he turns up for a sponsor's event, he's in the news.
If his list is being scrutinized,
He's in the news. And if they want him to bring a list, this is the man in the news. And we will talk about him later on as we build up, of course, to the World Cup. Of course, we talked about the World Cup. The World Cup trophy is also going around. We'll bring you that as well. The under 17, Nigeria's Golden Eagles, world champions last year, are already up to a flying start. And remember what Sisi told us? He said, we give the boys so much, and that's why they are delivering so much. Under 17, about this time last year, we're getting ready for the World Cup. They went ahead, they won it. Already, preparations are on for the next set of Eaglets. They're already playing friendly games. They're already on a tour of this country, playing games everywhere, in Kaduna, in Abuja, in Lagos, in Ilorin, everywhere. So we'll talk about the Golden Eaglets as well. And of course, plenty to talk about the domestic scene. There's a lot to talk about the domestic scene. Dumnadi Okunta will be coming in. We'll be taking a look at that on the program. And Tuesday, the making of champions. Remember, Bambo Akane will be coming in, and Bambo will be giving us something special. What does Bambo have for us tonight? What's the special for us as we look to rebuild our athletics? Wait for it. Bambo is in the house already, and he will be giving us a lowdown on what he has for us as well. All right? And we will also ask him what he feels about Maurice Green coming in as a relay coordinator. A lot of people have said they've never had that word before, a relay coordinator. If you are a coach, you are a coach. If you are a coordinator, you are a coordinator. But a relay coordinator, I don't understand what it means myself, but Bambo is on the field. He knows what it means. He will be talking to us about it as well on the program to know. So that's the setting, really, for us on Sports Tonight this beautiful Tuesday. All right, let's talk about our good friend, the man in the news, Coach Stephen Keshi. Today, we caught up with him in Lagos, one of the sponsors of the Super Eagles, the official milk of the Eagles Peak, had a briefing today. Actually had a TVC unveiled and all of that. I mean, that's for the commercial guys. But the most important thing was that Keshi was there. Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi was there. And we picked out something from what he said. Preparations for the 2014 FIFA World Cup. We are happy that Keshi is looking a lot relaxed now. But we know that when the fire starts, it's going to be quick fire. World Cup goes, Nations Cup qualifiers begin, and then a lot of activity. But let's listen to Stephen Keshi. What does he have to say? We'll listen to him, and then we'll come back for more on Sports Tonight.
You see, the thing is, if you know me, I don't fear people. I respect people. I respect people a great deal, but to fear is never been in my agenda. And I can't see my team scared of any team. We'll go there in June and see what happens. Just leave it that way. The other one is, to answer your question, is I think we'll try to take every game at a time until the end of the tonight.
Well, that's what he says. And that's how he's always responded to questions. Are you afraid of Argentina? No. We don't fear any team. We only respect teams.
Definitely.
Smart answer.
Yes, very smart answer. That is the sort of answer that a coach should give.
Respect every opponent. He says it's not just Argentina that we respect.
Yes.
We respect Iran, we respect Bosnia, we respect Argentina, but we don't fear any team.
Very good answer, like I said. If they are that good to qualify, I'm talking about the other teams, I'm talking about Iran, Bosnia, to qualify to get into the World Cup, then they should be respected. So we do not fear anything, and he's answering it as he should answer it. And we just hope, like you said, that this confidence will be replicated when we start playing them, especially that first game against Iran, second game against Bosnia, and hopefully we'll get the 6 maximum points. And, just play a formality against the Argentine guy. So for me, he's doing it well. He's saying it well. He's doing as a coach should do, talking about the fact that his team has every chance against any good team in the World Cup. So I give him kudos for that.
Let me come to Tunde as well. Tunde, can you add a few things to what he has said? How do you react to what Keshi is saying? I mean, his confidence looks like it's rubbing off on everybody. But it should rub off on the players as well.
I think if Stephen Keshi if he decides to retire from coaching, I think he can take up a job as a diplomat or an ambassador, because he's
football teaches you a lot.
It teaches you one patience.
Yeah,
it teaches you a
on
tremendous
the pitch,
amount
off
of
the
patience.
Pitch, everywhere.
Look, let's even bring it to a little. You know, a lot of people keep talking about how he has trouble with his players. He doesn't relate well with Ozaze or Yobo or what. Keshi is not a young man. Keshi's first son is 31 years old. So when you are talking about how
say it again.
Keshi's first son is 31 years old.
So he's a father to, so
he's one.
How many Super Eagles players are 31? So he's like a father.
So he's a father to all of them.
On an ideal note, in football, a lot of these coaches are like father figures.
Yeah, exactly. So when people keep talking about how Keshi has said it,
father figure,
he says he feels the pains that these players are going through. That anytime he looks at them, he looks at his own children. My son is 30. How old? You're the same generation with these players. So he would always want the very best for them. So no one should continue. Everyone should stop this campaign about how Keshi doesn't want
victimization and all of that.
No. Keshi, the buck stops at his table. When the axe comes, when the axe came for Samson Siasia, it was only Samson Siasia and his backroom staff that went. The technical committee that was around that time went. The NFF did not resign. If the axe comes,
the technical committee at that time are still in place.
They are still in place. So if the axe comes this time around, trust me, the same thing will happen.
Just what Paul Okoku said on the show yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
This man has shown that he can do the job. Let's just give him all the support in his. Okay.